it's going to make a huge difference?
Absolutely. I think in the moment and starting now is always the best choice. Why wait?
Why wait? You know, and I decided that 2019, it's going to be my year for optimum health. I'm going to get everything back into optimum for a 56-year-old man.
Good work. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, and I think if everybody kind of adopts that for their year for 2019, you know, your optimum health is going to be different than mine.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to make this a year for optimum health. More sleep, more exercise.
Less stress.
Yes.
All right, let's get started. You know, folks, I think that weight loss is so important. And one of the first things is adding more protein to your diet. And I know, you know, Katie, you get on my case because you tell me, Kurt, you eat too much protein.
Yeah.
I have so much red meat in the house. Protein really is, your body can burn it as calories. It rebuilds your muscles. It's needed in so many things. You know, even your brain, to have proper brain health, you have to have building blocks that come from protein. They're called amino acids. Have you ever sat down and just ate a meal that was mostly protein?
Oh, yeah. I actually do it all the time, Kurt. My two main protein sources would be fish and chicken and turkey. And then, of course, I have the Sisel lean as well. So, yeah, most definitely. I'm always conscious of how much protein I'm eating because there's one of the points made in the slide here that it can boost your metabolism by up to 80 to 100 calories per day.
That's right. And the other thing is that when you eat protein, it makes you feel fuller longer.
Definitely. Yep.
Your body has to break the protein down, and it's harder to break down protein than it is to break down simple sugars. And I watch what people eat, and so many people, we got on this big kick in the 60s to get people to quit eating, you know, so much red meat. And what ended up happening is we got everybody to eat carbohydrates. And carbohydrates are simple sugars, and there's so many problems with that. It's just not good.
And then we've also got on the slide here talking about whey protein.
Whey protein, you know, is so much better. A lot of these protein shake mixes that you see, they're made with soy protein. All of the new information on soy says that it causes cancer.
And we've got a great product with whey protein in it, Kurt. It's got two types of protein. Sisel lean.
Yeah, explain how the Sisel lean works. What's the difference between our whey protein and most other people?
So firstly, our whey protein is made from cow's milk, organic cow's milk, and it actually goes through cold filtration so that there's no denaturing of the protein. And so that basically means we have a high quality protein that has active amino acids and polypeptides rather. And so we just have a better product, so you're going to get more nutrition out of it. So it actually has more benefits to the body. Most proteins on the market are made from a protein that's been denatured, and it comes from cheese. So, yeah, and it just doesn't have the same, I guess, nutrition as our protein, Kurt. So definitely a better protein to be having.
You bet. So let me explain it real quickly. What whey protein is that when they're making cheese, it's the liquid portions that's left over after they make cheese. You know, so you heard the child's rhyme, you know, Little Miss Muffet sat her tuffet eating her curds and whey. That's what it was. The curds was the cheese. The whey was the liquid. It's the liquid portion. So if I want to get the protein out of a liquid, right, what's the quickest way to do it?
A protein out of a liquid through a microfiltration?
No, the quickest way to do it is throw it in the stove and boil the water out, right?
Oh, I didn't know that, Kurt.
So it actually is the quickest way to get you know, if I'm making soup and I want to thicken up the soup, I just throw it on the stove a little bit longer. And what ends up happening, it cooks the moisture out. And so the product, you know, the soup gets thicker and thicker and thicker until finally you got just dried. And so here, what they do with whey protein is they do the same thing. They super cook it really hot. And what it does is as they're cooking it, it denatures the protein. And what denaturing, like Katie was talking about, what denaturing means is denature. Another word for that be not natural, denatured, not natural, right? So when you're explaining this to other people, you say they're using proteins that your body can't recognize because they're not natural proteins. They've been changed because of the heat.
Right. Excellent. Great information.
Ours was filtered out like Casey or like Katie was talking about with the proteins being filtered, microfiltered, and they're cold processed so it doesn't heat them, it doesn't denature them. And they found that it actually helped build lean muscle faster than any other kind of protein. Drinking water is it's just, I mean, a lot of people just don't get enough water. You drink water between meals. It hydrates your body. It helps to filter things out. When people feel like they're hungry, they're probably not actually hungry. They're probably just thirsty.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really important thing to be drinking water. People tend to think, oh, I'm drinking enough water. But in reality, to make sure that you are drinking enough water, you either need to fill a jug, Kurt, in the morning, put it in the fridge, make sure it's all gone by the end of the day, or carry a water bottle around with you and know that, okay, if I've refilled it 3 times, I've had 1.5 liters. And if I've had 4 of them, it's 2 liters. So I feel this is a really good way to make sure you get your water in. And of course, water is essential for making supplements work well. It helps to break them down and helps to carry the nutrients around the body. It's absolutely critical, Kurt. So water. So I just thought it'd be a really good one to mention here, Kurt. They say with the new hydrogen stick coming out that if you actually add that to your water and you drink it, you get all those health benefits, but you're more likely to want to drink more of it. So it's going to encourage you to drink more water because of the benefits. Your brain will recognize the benefits that it's getting, your body, and you'll feel better, and you'll actually want to drink more. So I'm really excited about this product coming out, and this could really help people to get that water intake up.
You know, and one of the other things that I'm going to add on this is that I'm in the process of trying to lose quite a bit of weight. I'm actually trying to lose 20% of my body weight. Did you know that if you drink a glass of water first thing in the morning before you brush your teeth, because toothpaste, it has sweeteners in it. Even the Sisel toothpaste has a sweetener in it. So if you drink a glass of water 15 minutes before you take in any sweeteners, it'll actually trigger you so you'll be less hungry during the day.
Oh. Well, it's a great tip. It actually makes you feel better. It's the first thing I do when I get up is I have 500 mils of water, and I feel that it just makes you feel better. Definitely. It's just a great tip.
Yes, and the hydrogen water, it's going to be super hydrating, so it's really, really good for you. A lot of people, they ask me about coffee. Is coffee good for you? Is coffee not good for you? Most coffee really isn't as healthy because it gets these acrylamides to form in your body. Acrylamides are cancer-causing. Proposition 65 out in California says that. We use a infrared processing, and we went over this coffee a couple weeks ago, so I'm not going to go over all that again. But bottom line is that we have a healthy coffee. Drink just straight coffee. If you take it black, like they say, what happens is that it actually helps bump up your energy levels, and it helps you burn more calories, as long as you don't add a bunch of stuff to it. But a lot of people, they're like, oh, I got to put sugar in it and all these different things. Don't do that. Drink it black.
Yeah. And it's really the caffeine, Kurt, isn't it, that boosts your metabolism there. It's actually noted even in the fitness industry, caffeine's mentioned to really help boost the metabolism.
2 to 3 cups is healthy. Drink much more than that. And then what ends up happening is you get too much coffee, and it can actually work against you instead. So 2 or 3 cups, that's really all you want to drink.
Yep, great. Number 4.
Avoid all the sodas. Oh my gosh. I mean, I see people drinking so much soda drinks around here, and energy drinks and chocolate milk and all these different things. And I'm, oh man, it's been 12 years since I drank a soda.
And the Coke, I see people drinking so much Coca-Cola, and I always think, oh, there's so much sugar and calories. I always look at it as calories, and for me, it's empty calories, Kurt, because it's like you can only have so many calories in a day before you start gaining weight. So why not consume the calories in food rather than liquids? Because really, a Coke's not going to fill you up. You're not going to go, oh, I've had a Coke and now I don't need to eat. So now you're just packing in those extra calories. So for me, this is a big one. And that's why I love the Fire and Ice. Great replacement there. Great alternative.
Yep. I just had one. I'm going
to have one after this call.
I just finished mine as we were starting the call. The Fire and Ice I mean, it's a healthy alternative. And I've had a lot of people tell me that it's actually got them so that they don't crave and those kinds of things. So, I mean,
Definitely.
It's a good alternative.
Great.
And then green tea. Katie, after we did that presentation 2 weeks ago, I started drinking the green tea, and I've actually gotten so I like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't like it before?
Eh,
Okay, now you like it. Yep.
I actually like it, yeah. And there's so many healthy benefits to it, especially with the sencha green tea. This is a kind of a Japanese green tea. You have an instant, and you want to make it hot because it melts the crystals so that it goes into the tea. If you want to drink iced tea, iced green tea, just let it cool down, throw some ice in with it, but make it hot.
Yeah, right.
And they found that it can increase the fat burning by up to 17%.
Wow, that's big. So it's really a great product, well, particularly the sencha green tea, be adding to your diet if you are trying to lose those extra pounds or even maintain your weight, definitely.
Green tea has a lot of extra benefits to it, that we went over 2 weeks ago, but I'm just going to hit them real hard here, real fast, is that green tea has EGCG, which is an extract that they find is what they call anti-angiogenic, which means it cuts off the blood supply to tumors. So EGCG does that. Then we've added chaga. It helps with stress. We've added gotu kola that helps out with the brain. We've added bacopa, which helps with anti-aging. And then we've added ganoderma that helps out with the immune system. So here we got not just green tea, but we've got healthy other ingredients added to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 6.
Wow. Number 6 is Balance D. I've actually got some behind me.
My son just got back from Africa. He's working over in Sierra Leone, and he has to worry about getting malaria, so they make him take an antibiotic every single day.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the first things I did when he got home yesterday, you got to start taking this right away, and I gave him 2 Balance Ds, and I gave him some Bragg's apple cider vinegar.
Excellent. Great.
Again, folks, the Bragg's apple cider vinegar help build the environment for the healthy bacteria to live in. Probiotics are live healthy bacteria. They live in not just in your digestive system, but in all the mucous membranes. So inside your nose, inside your ears. And what they do is they provide immunity. It's actually what builds up 60% of your immune system. And so if you don't have a good, strong immune system, you're going to have crappy weight loss.
Yeah. And so it says here, Kurt, that probiotics can actually reduce appetite.
Yep. And the other thing about probiotics is that probiotics, they actually found that probiotics have a direct communication with your brain. And so it tells you if you're going to feel healthy, if you're going to feel good today or bad. So if you're having a bad day, if your friend is having a bad day, you might say, hey, here, take some of this Balance D.
Yeah, definitely. Great product.
It really is. And then getting sleep. Katie said earlier that as she works for Optimum Health in 2019, one of the things that she's going to work on is making sure that she gets enough sleep. Your body rebuilds itself every day. If you aren't getting sleep, you're not going to rebuild. And what's going to happen is that your cortisol levels are going to get messed up. And when your cortisol levels get messed up, bottom line is with your pancreas, that's going to mess with your insulin. When your insulin's messed up, then it's going to cause it so that you're not going to process sugars properly.
Yeah. Yeah, Kurt, since I've been on holidays and getting more sleep, I've actually lost body fat. So I think one of the reasons is because when I was not getting enough sleep and at work all the time, I want to eat more food because I want to wake up my brain. So I'm always kind of looking for something to grab to eat to kind of wake me up, and so kind of tend to eat more. So that's one of the reasons. So that's made a big difference for me. I also wanted to mention on this slide too that people find that when they take the AGE pill, that this really helps with sleep, helps to have a deeper sleep, a better sleep for many people, and it can definitely help with energy levels too. So now you've got that added bonus. So that's something to consider if this is a challenge for you, for sure.
One of the things that's in the AGE pill is something called 5-hydroxytryptophan. Here in America, we celebrate what's called Thanksgiving, right? And at Thanksgiving, guess what we eat a lot of?
Turkey.
Turkey. Guess what's in turkey?
What you just said.
Tryptophan, yeah. And so a lot of people, they get done eating Thanksgiving dinner, and all of a sudden everybody falls asleep because of the tryptophan. Tryptophan is a necessary ingredient for making serotonin, and serotonin, of course, we know that for depression. So again, it's all related. It's all related. All these things are related. When you said 8, that would have finished up our slides right there.
Oh, there you go. You're right. I miscounted.
But we added number 9.
Wow. Ta-da!
Bonus tip. You know, they find that if you brush your teeth, brush and floss your teeth after every meal, it actually makes it so you limit the desires to have snacks.
Yes. Yep. And I would understand that because you've programmed your brain, Kurt, that the last thing you do before you go to bed would be brush your teeth. So you have that clean feeling in your mouth and you're not going to put any more food in it because you want to keep your mouth clean. So yeah, I could understand how doing this could make it less tempting to go and have that unnecessary snack.
On top of that, when you go kiss your significant other, you just don't want to have bad breath.
Well, Buddy doesn't mind.
Hey, you're funny. But what about Milo? Milo has a fresh minty breath.
So yes.
You know, as we look at all of this, folks, and we look at all the Sisel products, I mean, we just have such a wide variety of products, and every single product, I could probably relate it back to weight loss. I mean, let's just look at the Super Omega, for example. You take in the fats, the healthy essential fats that you get with Super Omega. It's going to make it so you're less hungry. You could take a look at the energy drink, you know, the Ultramax. It's going to make it so you have more energy. You're going to burn more fat. You take in, even look at the skincare products. I mean, how can skincare products, how would they make you skinny?
Well, good question. How?
Well, because you're going to feel better, and when you feel better, you're going to do more. You're going to be more active.
Okay.
So why not you could use Transfusium to get skinny.
Oh, yeah. And
you take a look at Eternity. You know, a lot of people don't think of Eternity as a weight loss product. It's certainly going to help because it helps resveratrol. The studies on resveratrol says that it repairs damaged DNA.
It's fantastic. There's so many benefits to the products. It's amazing.
Spectramax, it gives you 74 trace minerals. You know, if you don't have these minerals, your body's just not going to operate at optimum function. Sometimes, like tomorrow or today for you down there in Australia, when you feel hungry, ask yourself, am I really hungry or am I craving some certain nutrient? And how do you know? Like if your brain sends a signal, hey, Katie, you need more vitamin C, you know how to understand that signal?
Oh, of course not.
Absolutely not. So what do you notice? You go, oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And really, you're probably not hungry. You just need a certain nutrient. And so what if you took, you know, and just made sure you had your Spectramax every day?
Yeah. And then the other good point there is, Kurt, that if you're feeling hungry, the first thing you should do is also have some water because often thirst can be mistaken for hunger.
And then we have the pre-workout product, which is the 4 Restore. We have the post-workout product, which is the Sisel Rip. We have, you know, all these different things that can just really help you out with health. You're going to have less pain. You're going to have more energy. I want to buy every product every month.
No, I pretty much do, Kurt. Can you tell? Yeah, I love them. I love the Sisel products. They're brilliant.
Yeah, they really are. And that's really all I had put together for tonight, Katie. And what do you think? Anything that we need to add?
No, we've covered it all. Great. I mean, actually, Kurt, from this article that we pulled these points from, there were 30. So I might share that article in the Sisel weight loss and fitness group so people can actually read it. There's a lot of references in there. There were some other tips, but of course we didn't have time to go through all of them. So those are some really good ones right there.
You know, as we go into 2019, think about it. The year of optimum health. That's what I've decided as I start touring around. I'm going to be down in Australia and New Zealand in February. That's what I'm going to name my tour. It's the Optimum Health Tour. That's what I'm going to talk about. So it'll be this kind of thing that we're going to talk about. This is what we're going to share. If you've got a group that you want me to speak to, we don't have to travel. We can do a presentation just like this. You could put this on your TV screen. You could put it on a slide projector screen. You can put it on your computer if you want to do a presentation. The leadership here that you have with all of us on the Sisel World team, we're here to help you. build your team. And just let us know.
Great. Thanks everyone for joining us today, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. We appreciate you getting on. And as Kurt mentioned, he is going to give away a free bag of Sisel Lean. So once this video gets posted on the Facebook group, please make some comments, any thoughts, feedback. We would love to hear, to read your comments, and you might be the lucky winner.
There you go. All right. Thanks, folks. Have a great night. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.